It was a very interesting panel, very well received. I've had several people come up to me afterwards commenting about the difference in approach. So we had Morgan from PGIM, who was very good at talking about what they're looking for, and I think my answers were more attuned to what's actually happening when you do try and invest, and talking to a range of different investors. Certainly we've seen a shift in investors moving towards core markets and core plus, looking for core plus returns, which is making it difficult to get capital for emerging markets like Jakarta. And what that does is that puts pressure on these markets keeping up internationally in terms of their own data center development and staying apace with things like AI. The shift certainly is that the investors have been coming into countries like Jakarta in an initial stage, and then they're struggling with some of the risk factors that come with the investment. And when you compare that with core markets like Sydney or Melbourne or Singapore, where they don't have some of these other challenges, they're getting similar returns. So when you look at a risk-adjusted return base, it doesn't make sense to expand into the emerging markets. It makes sense to stay in a core market and getting consistent returns. Yeah, we're currently working with a couple of new joint venture partners. So we're looking forward to expanding, and we'll be doing a parallel strategy of core and emerging markets. I think what you'll see from us is larger core market development, where we're looking at multi-100 megawatt type parks, and smaller niche ones in emerging markets, maybe like 30 megawatts or something like that. So we definitely have a two-tier strategy for the two different markets. Certainly can say that we'll be looking at Australia. I'd love to say that we're looking at Singapore, but that's very difficult. And we certainly will be looking at Japan. Actually, it's great to have a bunch of people who understand the finance metrics of data centers and want to come and talk about them and share ideas and knowledge. I don't think there's enough discussion around the challenges that we have as a sector in terms of raising capital, investing capital, returning capital. Data centers are a complicated business enough as it is, but then you have this whole big financial instrument coming in because they are cost and equity intensive developments. More intense than hospitals. So they do take a lot of money, and there's a lot of pressure on a lot of capital coming in. So these forums are excellent in terms of sort of airing out some of the issues that we have and meeting people that you don't normally get a chance to meet. It was great to see some of the industry leaders here today, certainly from companies that I recognise, and see them participate in these discussions. I don't think it's easy to get access to them. You see them walking around having cups of coffee and talking with people that probably been trying to get in their diaries for a year.